This video is going to be a well-detailed video. If you have been noticing this idea on how to start investing, then this video will show you how to start. I'm going to be explaining in this video how you can start investing in the Nigeria stock market, how you can buy your first stock as in Nigeria with just your smartphone. So if it is just a smartphone you have, then I will show you how to start investing in the Nigeria stock market, as simple as that. So this video is a beginner step-by-step guide, 100% beginner step-by-step guide, how to go from point A to point B. You don't even need to have a prior knowledge, but with this video you can have a basic knowledge on how you can start investing in the stock market. Now, this is true that you can own part of Nigeria companies, whether you believe it or not. You can own part of it, and you can do that with a very relatively small amount. You don't need millions, you don't need billions, but if you have, that is your advantage. But if you don't have, you can still start with what you have. You don't need to be rich before you can become an investor. With your 5,000 naira, with your 10,000 naira, with your 100,000, you can start owning stakes in different Nigeria companies. So in this video, I will show you the step-by-step how to go from having money in your account to owning your first Nigerian stock. I will show you how to have money in your account and how you can actually place your first trade and buy your first stock. Okay, so it's very important we follow through. So here are the step-by-step on how to go about it. All right, now step one is don't invest money you need. We should start with this as a foundation. If you know you will need that money for your school fee, your house rent, or whatever purpose, emergency fund, your wife pregnancy, or whatever, do not invest that money. The stock market is not a get rich quick scheme. It's not a money doubling machine. So do not put your money there with the hope that it will double it in 2 months. If you need that money in 2 months time, don't dare put it there. Save it up and use it for the purpose. But you can start with an amount you can comfortably leave invested. If it's 10,000 you can leave, fine. 20,000 you can leave, and you know you will not need that money maybe in 7 to 6 months time, then you can put it there. But do not start with what you know you will need maybe in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even 2 months time. That is not investing, that is gambling. All right, so don't invest what you actually need in a short while. All right, so now understand what you're buying. When you decide to put your money in the stock market, what are you doing? Understand what you're buying. So a stock is simply a small ownership stake in a company. When you're buying a stock, you are investing, you are taking a position in a company. So there are lots of companies listed on the NGX. We have different companies, over 200 companies listed. Now, if you pick your money to buy, maybe, let's say you want to buy Dangote shares. As you buy maybe 5 units, 10 units, you now have a stake in that company. So when you buy shares of a company listed on the NGX, you become a shareholder. You become a shareholder in that company. If the company performs well, the share price may increase. That is how you make money, which is called capital appreciation. Now, some companies may also pay dividends also. So these are some of the things you should understand when investing. And when you put your money, it grows and you make money from capital appreciation. And some company also pay dividends, like a thank you fee that say thank you for holding or buying our shares. Maybe at the end of every quarter of the year, they pay dividends. Many companies have paid dividends this year. Companies like MTN, GTCO, Zenith Bank, Dangote Cement, Boa Food, they have paid dividends to their shareholders. So if perhaps you own shares in this company, you might have received your own dividend. So you are not simply putting money somewhere, you are buying part of a business. This is why I love the stock market more than playing sport betting. When you are putting your money in the stock market, you are putting it in real businesses that have directors, that have workers, that have HRs, not HRs, HR, and different parts that are making sure that the business is active. So you are not just putting your money somewhere, you are putting it in active business. So you need to understand what you're doing. When you say you want to start investing, you need to understand what you're doing. That means you're buying a stake in a company, and if perhaps your money grows, you make money through capital appreciation. And sometimes not all companies do pay dividends though, but most companies have been consistent in paying dividends. So they pay you dividends quarterly or annually. All right, let's proceed now. I don't know why I use this animation. Maybe next time we'll use animation. Now, so your first step now to buying shares is choose a licensed broker. Choose a licensed broker. So let's just take a few minutes to explain what a broker is. What a broker is. Now, a broker is what connects you to the NGX. A broker is what connects you to the NGX. You cannot have access to the NGX. You cannot just pick your money and say you want to go to the NGX and buy stocks. No, you don't do that. So if you want to buy stock, you need a licensed broker. In the early 60s, then you have to go to some specific offices and say you want to buy shares. Those are brokers. They have their offices. But now you don't go to offices anymore. You use apps. Technology has advanced. They have created brokerage apps that you can actually use to buy shares. You don't normally walk into the NGS and buy shares yourself. You use brokers to access the market. Research a licensed Nigeria brokers, companies, their fees, platform. These are some of the key points you need to understand when choosing your own broker. So there are different brokers like Bamboo, AfriInvest, we have Ameritrade, we have Chaka. There are lots of them. There are other ones you can use to access foreign market, but we won't talk about that, okay? We won't actually talk about that. But major apps you can actually use to invest in Nigeria companies here, you need Bamboo. You can use Bamboo, you can use Chaka, you can use AfriInvest, you can use Ameritrade. We can use Carrywise also to start investing. So don't send your money to random people on the WhatsApp. Promise guarantee stock profit. All right. Do not send money to random people on WhatsApp. I've seen this. I've heard about this. Like you send money to somebody and say the person say we want to buy stocks for you. Do not try that. Sorry for this, please. Do not actually try that. Okay. So choose a licensed broker. Let's proceed. Then your next step is open your investment account. Once you have chosen your broker, the next thing is to create your trading account. Your broker will ask for personal information and identification document. These are very important. So this identification document includes your name, contact details, valid identification, that's your ID, your bank information. They will ask you for your bank information, which is very important. This is where they will pay all your withdrawals to, all your dividends to. Okay, so you need a BVN and NIN related information. So you all give this for identification. These are very, very important. And there are many platforms that if you don't press, not many platforms, almost all the brokerage app, if you don't present this, they won't approve your account. Complete the verification process. You have to do KYC. Some will require that you take pictures of yourself and upload it, sign a signature and all. Make sure you do them. Don't rush this part. Make sure your information is correct. Very important. Make sure your information is correct. All the information you're putting, make sure they match your bank account, the name and everything matches. Your date of birth on the brokerage app must resonate with the one on your BVN, else they won't approve your account. Most platforms like Bamboo, they are very strict on this, so it's very important you know. Okay, so that is step 4, open your investment account. Next step is fund your account. Fund your account. You can start with relatively any amount. Some will allow you, like Bamboo, you start the minimum amount you can start with is 5,000 naira. But platform like AfriInvest, Ameritrade, you can start with as low as 1,000 naira. So after your account is approved, deposit the amount you want to invest. After they have approved your account, deposit the amount you want to invest, or whatever amount fits your budget. Don't borrow money just to buy stocks. Don't borrow. If you don't have it, leave it, go and work for money. But don't borrow to invest. Remember, your first investment is also your first investing lesson. Don't borrow money. So once you're done creating, your account is approved, you fund your wallet. As simple as that for trading. All right, don't just buy any stocks. This is where beginners usually make mistake. Don't buy stock simply because my friend bought it, someone posted it on TikTok, or it's cheap. Instead, study the company, look at the business, revenue, profit, debt, dividends, history, and overall performance. Now, there are some brokerage apps that will give you the opportunity to look at this business, their revenue, their profit, their debt, dividends, history, and overall performance. So you can check these things. These are fundamental analysis. You check it when you go into the stock market more, you understand these are fundamental analysis that you check this company's profit, how much debt are they owing, how their dividend history, how long have they been paying dividend, how consistent they are. So if you're a dividend investor, these are key things you should understand. Revenue, how much are they generating annually? Their gross profit for the year, you check it, their revenue, business, who is managing the business, what's the person profile and everything. These are essential things you need to know what you're buying. Okay, so these are live businesses. They are not just how will I call it, but these are live businesses that are people are involved in it. So you need to know who are involved in it, what they are they doing. All right, so the next one here is start with companies you understand. You don't need to analyze 100 companies. Start with company you understand. Know what these companies are doing. We have different sectors. Under these different sectors, we have different companies under these sectors. Inside this banking sector, we have GT, we have Zenith, we have EcoBank, we have Access, we have First Hood. There are lots of banks, Wema Bank and all. Telecom, we have MTN, we have Airtel. Cement, we have Boa Cement, we have Dangote Cement. We have Lafarge also. Consumer goods, Cadbury is there. There are lots of them. Energy, we have the Seplat and Gerugu. Is it Gerugu? Is it an energy company? All right. So, but make sure you understand the company you are buying. Okay, understand the company you are buying into. How does this company make money? If it's a company that they are seasonal, it can affect how the stock will appreciate or how the stocks will perform. So how does this company make money? Are there a company that people use regularly? Company like MTN, these are something people use regularly. Banking sector, these are some companies that people use regularly. So if you can't explain the business in simple words, take your time before investing. Do not just rush into it. Let's rush fast so that this video won't be too long. Now check the company's financial health. Before buying, look at the few basic numbers. Revenue. Is the business making money? Profit. Is this actually profitable? Debt. Is the company heavily indebted? Dividends. Does it have a history of rewarding shareholders? These are key factors you should check before buying a company. The financial health. Like I told you earlier, a brokerage app like Carrywise can show you some of these things. Yes, but if you don't find it on Carrywise or any other brokerage you are using, there are other third-party platforms like TradingView or investing.com that you can use to check revenue, check profit, check debt, check dividends, history, and so on. You don't need to become a Warren Buffett overnight. Start with the basics. All right, you don't need to be Warren Buffett. No, one of the biggest stock traders is Warren Buffett, but you don't have to be like him. So start with the basics. Understand these key fundamentals here: revenues, profit, debt, and dividend history. These are all you need. These are just the basics, not all you actually need before you pick a particular company. All right, so now step 9 is decide how much to buy. Don't put your entire savings into one company. For example, if you have 10,000 to invest, you could consider spreading your money across different investments rather than putting in everything into one stock, so you can diversify. All right, diversify. If you have 100k, you can diversify it into different portfolio investing asset or different companies. So diversification is very, very important. All right, so very, very important. So it reduces your dependency on one company. Now if you invest in, let's say, Dangote Cement, and perhaps Dangote Cement eventually start doing bad and you put all your money there, you are actually going to lose. So if you diversify maybe 50k into Dangote Cement, 50k into Boa Food, you have a better chance of recovering. Okay, so that's it. Now step 10 here is to place your buy order. Now you are ready to buy. Search for the company on your broker platform. Check the current market price. Enter the numbers of shares you want. Review the order carefully and then submit. As simple as that is, and you can do this with your phone. Okay, so that's it. Let's be fast. If the order is executed, congratulations. What am I saying? If the order is executed, congratulations. You are now owning shares in a Nigeria company. So there are many factors actually that can cause your trade not to be executed. Maybe if you are bidding a very lower price and no seller wants to sell. I did a video sometime saying that before you buy, make sure you always check order book. Order book. You don't know what order book is if you're a beginner, but if you start getting full into it, you understand what order book is. But before you buy, make sure you always check order book before you buy. All right, so buying your first stock isn't the hardest part. Knowing what you are buying is. Understand that. So if you are planning to invest in the NGS, comment my first stock below and tell me how much you will start with. Is it 100k? And so any amount you want to start with. If you are designed to start, just comment my first stock below in the comment section and I will guide you through on how to go about it. So that is all for this video. In case you gain value, just subscribe to this channel and also turn on the notification bell so you get notified when we drop new videos. I'll see you in the subsequent videos. Bye for now. Thank you. And if you have any question, you have any clarity, just go ahead and use the comment section. I will be there to answer you. See you in the subsequent videos. Bye for now.